as I wrote in my article last week, Terry Pegula was part of the problem last week, playing a home game. That was the Bills' home game over in London. Instead of saying, hey, we'll play that home game, but we'll play it in London against a team that's traveling the same week as we are. We're not in for the NFL experiment. We're seeing how a team can come, a team that can stay over there for 2 weeks. Why the hell we got to be the guinea pigs of the league? Let me tell you why we the guinea pigs of the National Football League. Because we got an owner, Terry Pegula, that don't give a damn about his football team. He don't care about football. He don't know football. All he knows is oil and fracking. All he knows is fracking. He don't know anything outside of fracking. And judging by his comments, allegedly by Jim Trotter telling African Americans, if you don't like how it's over here in America, to go back to Africa, we see that he sounds like a straight up racist, allegedly. That's a racist commentary there, and it's not the first time we heard this from this man. This man don't care about his team. All he cares about is making money. He listens to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones tell him what to do. Matter of fact, Jerry Jones is the one building the new stadium over there in Buffalo right now. It's not Terry Pegula. It's Jerry Jones and Jerry Jones' whole operation out there at One Bills Drive across the street building the brand new stadium. So it's obvious this guy doesn't know anything about the sport. All he does, whatever the league tell him to do, he does it. He votes on it in that way. If that was Ralph Wilson would have said, no way, my team is not going over there to play a football game unless the team we playing against is traveling the same week as we are. If they're not traveling the same week as we are, we're not going over there. The Bills, and then to make compound matters even worse, Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane gets back in the act. They sit up here and listen to some analytic guru that should be working over at Innovative Square in downtown Rochester. That's where this clown should have been, and not working for the Buffalo Bills. You listen to an analytic guy talking about, if you leave on Thursday, it'll be better for you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you leave on Thursday for going to Europe with a 5-hour time difference, and you play on Sunday? Really? Man, I would have that guy right away, man. He would have been walked out the building, man. Bills should have left on the Tennessee Titans, Baltimore Ravens play on that same stadium on Sunday morning. They should have left. Both of those teams, Baltimore Ravens left on Monday morning. The Buffalo Bills should have left on Monday morning. They get over there, get acclimated to the conditions, the whole 9 yards. Instead, they're sluggish. They didn't wake up. When they started playing in that fourth quarter with about 12 minutes left in the game, hey, guess what? It was 12:10 in the afternoon here on the East Coast. 12:10 in the afternoon. Guess what? That's when the Bills normally have their legs ready on Sunday morning, getting ready for a 1 o'clock start. So they finally got their legs got on Eastern Standard Time, not on European time, on British Standard Time. The Bills, when you're sluggish and the other team is ferocious and coming at you, injuries happen, and the injuries started piling up. Daquan Jones with the torn pec muscle, he probably gone for the year. The nasty leg injury, the fractured leg, and maybe ligament damage to Matt Milano, the heart and soul of your defense. That's hard to take. The Bills, they looked on the sideline stunned when he was on the cart with that air cast on his leg, getting wheeled up, getting carted off up the tunnel. The Bills looked like they didn't know what was going on, so they were just discombobulated the whole 9 yards. But they showed character in that fourth quarter, coming back, making a game out of it. If they could have got some stops, they might have had a chance to win it, because all of a sudden the Bills, in that last 10 minutes of that football game, their legs set in, they showed up, but it was too late. And that was not because of the football team, because of management and the ownership helped cost you lose a football game like that, and also end up playing on a raggedy turf. Instead of playing on the grass field that's there at that stadium, they rolled out a turf field because the soccer team said they don't want nobody playing on their grass field. They don't want their grass field tore up for the soccer team. And you saw how sticky that turf was. Teron Johnson even mentioned in the soundbite that the field was raggedy. He said, throw that turf away. He said that turf was terrible. He said it's the cause of our injuries today on this football field. He said that field is part not only for his injury, but for other players as well, as he's talking about Matt Milano on that. So it was the ownership, and then the Bills management listening to some intern from somewhere talking about analytics. What's your take, guys?
I'm gonna give the Bills credit for that comeback in the last 5 minutes of the game. But come on, let's call it what it is, man. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the other Josh Allen, the real Josh Allen, please stand up. He stopped blitzing. Come on, man. 5 sacks on the day. That is what the Jacksonville Jaguars team did. Blitzes 5, 6, sometimes even brought 7 guys at him. Come on, man. Only time that the Bills and the Josh Allen was able to produce anything was when the Jacksonville Jaguars was in retreat mode and they was only rushing 3 and 4. That's the only thing. That's the only way. But we ultimately seen how they run the game. Travis Etienne Jr., as you saw, a great run to close out the game. Why? Because the Bills couldn't tackle. So I understand we're going to blame it on the travel. But come on, man. How many West Coast trips have teams got to make? Miami Dolphins all the way in Florida, driving all the way in week 1 to L.A. to play the Chargers. They was able to put up 31 points. Come on, man. We can't keep on blaming it on the travel. Is the team ready to go or not? They wasn't ready to go, and I don't think it had to do with the travel. It had to do with – I seen Deion Dawkins on Instagram. He was talking like he was in London, man. Those guys was just happy to be there. Come on, man. Man, so the Buffalo Bills going to have to get it together, and this is going to be the week to do